how's it going? Today we're going to learn how to do some wall rides off a quarter pipe. At the ride ramp, the quarter pipe for the wall ride is pretty laid back, so when you go up it, the ramp almost puts you onto the wall, but that's not the case as a lot of parks being kind of a steeper lip, so you should kind of already want to know how to do some airs, and you should probably have done some bank to walls on the street just to get the feel. But on a ramp, you just want to come up the ramp. You don't even have to go that fast, just to get maybe 6 inches or a foot out of coping. You want to just go up, and once you go past the coping, you want to push out a little bit with your legs and your arms. With the ride ramp, not that important to push out so much because the ramp's so mellow, it kind of pushes you just right into the wall. But sometimes you have to push back a little bit to get to the wall. Once I get to the wall, a lot of people hit the wall, carve for a little bit, and then pull back in. I've never really been a carve on the wall kind of guy. For some reason, it's always just been pull up as hard as I can, hit the wall, and then bounce back off. So I'll pull up, let myself back to the wall or push back to the wall. When you hit the wall, you want to stay kind of loose so your arms and your knees will just absorb it a little bit. And then you can just use that. Then when you come back off, it'll just kind of pull you off the wall. When I'm coming back in, I usually keep an eye on coping. So you generally, it's better to land flat than to hang up. So when you're coming in, coming back in over coping, if you see your front wheel drifting back, back so far where you might case, it's just easy to just pull it back out. As long as you get your front wheel over coping, you're usually pretty good. Your back wheel can tag. If you hang up, so what? It's not that big a deal. But you definitely want to make sure your front wheel clears. So I don't really know the secret to go real high. On the ride ramp, I always try to jump the spine high and think that's going to do me, put me into a high wall ride. But it seems like the guys who can suck the spine up somehow have some magic boost on the wall. But I don't really know how that works. So Ryan Fudger will have to tell you that part.
All right, so Mark showed you how to do the basics of the wall ride. I'm just going to give you a couple of tips to help you do what you need to do. When I do a wall ride, I tend to carve a little bit. It just comes easier that way. I feel like when I have to do, or I'm forced to do, just a straight into the wall thing, it just kills kind of flow. It kind of feels like a tail tap on a ramp. You just don't end up going as fast out of it, so I tend to carve a little bit, and you can get a better pump into the ramp. The only way to carve is just to carve the ramp on the way up, just a wider line into it, and you'll come out, or you'll ride the wall a little bit longer. You can get a little more time to settle down and pull off the wall even. Another good tip is if you feel like you're going to case, in general, when I was learning how to air out of ramp or even wall rides, is that when you're going to case, just force yourself to case harder, like smash down your back wheel, and you tend to, when you smash it down, your legs will suck up the rest of it, and you'll just kind of roll into the ramp. Obviously, run will probably be over. You won't really get flat, but if you're going to case, just case harder. You won't flip over the bars. And I think that's it. Jump the spine high, not like Mark.
So on my kind of wall rides, I don't really do much carve into it, so I'm kind of hitting the wall. I'm hoping I get a little boost going up the wall instead of like a carve on the wall. So even though it's pretty much a straight up and down wall ride, you're still turning a little bit. And when you're on the wall, you want to kind of be looking over the shoulder. And by turning, whichever way you turn your head, your body and your bike are going to follow. So keep an eye over my shoulder, pull up the wall, and it will just instinctively pull the bike around you. You don't have to muscle it around that much. And even though you're not carving on the wall, you can still, if you get a good bounce off the wall and you're coming in good, you can still have your body ready to get a good pump coming in the ramp, so it just doesn't kill your run. Fudger might tell you it's like a wall tap and just slow down your run, but if you do it right, it's not that bad. So.